There'll be a new back someday, and they'll understand just how much it meant to play here.
We're ready to go with football action. Will Phillips will kick away for Madison Southern in the white tops and their orange bottoms. Corbin in the red tops and the gray bottoms. Back to receive for Corbin is Chris Hammock. On the right side to his left is Pat McCowan. Aaron Hoskins and Greg Wyatt, the upbacks. Nice kick by Phillips, taken by McCowan at the 10. Got some blocking to the 20, to the 25. Hits a hole there at the 30, 35. He's at the 40. Got a couple of guys to beat to the 45. Can't do it. And goes down at the 50-yard line. But a nice return by Pat McCowan. The Hounds will start 1st and 10 at the 50.
Pat really a block away from maybe breaking that thing. He got stumbled up there. But once again, he's one of those that he's a threat with his quickness. Looks like he's going to start at quarterback. But I'm sure we'll see Danny Steely at one point tonight.
So Madison Southern sets the defense. Corbin will come offensively. Starting off from the left hash marks, the Red Hounds will go with Greg Wyatt, Matt Bargo, and Scott Hart in the backfield. The quarterback is Pat McCowan. And McCowan will keep around to the right side. Got a good hold there, down to the 45, down to the 40. Caught from behind at the 37-yard line. Number 63 got to him. That's Jason Eastep, 6'1", 221-pound senior from Madison Southern.
That play there, Pat fake play action and got outside. It's a play that we really hurt Middlesboro with. Joey Petrie out there leading the way on a block. A play that we've had some success with, and that's due to Pat's quickness and the fact that when you line Matt Bargo up at tailback, it certainly helps to fake to him.
11:20 to go. This football game just underway. Dave King and Burley Foley in the booth. Phil Russell is down on the field side. Corbin from the right side of the field this time, and McCowan will roll out to the left. He has running room again, and he gets a nice block. And gets taken down at the 28-yard line. Shane Creekmore out there blocking for him. Pretty good pursuit that time, though, by the Eagles.
They're a big football team. As you said in pregame, they definitely passed the look test. They're a good-looking bunch of kids.
So Corbin with 2nd down and 7. The ball on the 33-yard line. Or just behind the 33-yard line, gain of around 3 yards on the play that time for McCowan. Pat this time gives it off to Scott Hart, runs into the line over right guard. He's wrapped up and taken down. That'll bring up 3rd and long now for Corbin.
Pat get this play from Coach Gorman is Danny Steely's going to go in the game now. Obvious passing situation.
Well, Madison Southern, like the teams we've seen Corbin play in previous weeks, when Pat is at quarterback, they really put a lot of people up on that defensive line. It makes it tough to run the football. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the line with 3 more coming, looks like. Pitch out goes to McCowan. He's at the 30 as he heads around the right side and is going to be short of the 1st down. Needs to get to around the 27-yard line, so Corbin will face 4th down and about 3.
I think Corbin will go for it here.
Big play early in the game. 9.5 to go, 1st period. The Red Hounds will try for it here. 4th down and a couple from their 29-yard line. Need to break the 27 at least. Wishbone now lines up behind Danny Steely. Steely is going to turn, give it off in there to McCowan, and he is going to be short of the 1st down. Or at least appears to be short from here.
Depend on the spot.
It is going to be close enough for a measurement, looks like, but from up here, it looks like the Red Hounds probably will lack about a yard, early from here.
Madison Southern with a player injured, too.
Did you ask anybody to touch there?
Yeah, there is a Madison Southern player down on the field. Corbin into the game, 5 wins and 4 losses on the football season for the Red Hounds. Defeated by Danville. Corbin bounced back to beat Kaywood, lost in the closing minutes to Bell County. Defeated Glasgow, defeated Cumberland, defeated Wayne County, then lost to Rockcastle County and Middlesboro, then bounced back to win over Somerset 31-9 here last Friday night.
Rockcastle County and Middlesboro playing tonight. We'll try to get an update on that as we can. Frank, guy back at the station, does a tremendous job. Frank working tonight?
Yes, Frank is there, and he has antennas for years. He picks up these games.
He does a great job with scores. He really does. All right, Frank, where's my 5?
I know he had $5 out there for somebody.
I told you I'd recognize you.
timeout for an injured player. Injured on the play.
Number 42, Jeremy Ballard,
Jeremy Ballard.
shaken up on that play. He's being helped off the field. Looks like probably a knee.
Probably well short.
Yeah, Corbin comes up at least a half yard short on that fourth down try, so Madison Southern will take over on downs, and they'll have the football here, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line, and Corbin comes on with the defensive unit.
The ends are Dwayne Evans and Greg White. The tackles, Andy Robertson, Shane Romines, and the nose guard, John David Myers. The linebackers, David Stevens and Shane Creekmore.
At quarterback, Madison Southern pitches out to the right side, and Tony McCreef picks up about 5 yards going around the end up to near the 33-yard line.
A little misdirection that time by Madison Southern. In the secondary tonight, Scott Hart, who made that stop, Patrick McCowan, Jeremy Moran, and also back there, Chris Hammock.
Well, this is good. We have quarterback is number 22, and there's no 22 on this roster here from Madison Southern.
They're cheating already.
That's cheating the radio crew because they don't know who their quarterback is. Southern lines it up in the wing formation, and the quarterback rolls to the right side, pitches out over there to the left to number 40, Jonathan Bailey, and we have flags on the play.
It's going to be a hold on Madison Southern, I believe.
Number 40, Jonathan Bailey.
Early on, looks like Madison Southern's going to be a team that's going to try to have some misdirection, do some things to create some confusion, but they pick up a big penalty here. I think that they've decided that Corbin's defense has played pretty good, and I'm not sure if we can line up and run at them.
I'm going to Philip Russell, if you're listening down there, see if you can find out who Madison Southern's quarterback is. I don't see you, but I know you're roaming around down there somewhere.
Look for the hat.
Yeah, you got his Crocodile Dundee hat on.
Yeah.
So Philip will find out who number 22 is and will let us know. Really helps to know the name of the quarterback. We apologize for that.
Well, you know, we could do what we usually do. Make it up.
Penalty against the Eagles. Madison Southern moves the football back to the 22-yard line. And they'll face a second down now, and about 15 yards for the first down. The Eagles looking to throw on this play. Lots of pressure, but he's got a man open, but overthrows him. Number 33, Will Phillips, was out there. Good coverage, though, by Corbin. That'll bring up now third down for Madison Southern.
Good coverage by the secondary from Corbin. Hey, really, he couldn't find anybody open. We didn't get a lot of pressure that time on the quarterback. Had a lot of time to throw, but the secondary did a tremendous job in covering everybody up.
So Corbin comes with 5 men on the defensive front. Shane Creekmore moving up there along with Dwayne Evans. And here's a pass that's going to be caught at the 30-yard line to the 35 and up to the 40. Number 24, Ernie Arvin with the football, and he is all the way into Corbin territory down at the 30-yard line. Arvin on the reception and takes it down the right sideline for a big gain. The official says he was out of bounds at the 34, but that's more than enough for the first down for Madison Southern. And the Eagles with a big strike there. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the Corbin 34-yard line.
Well, that time Pat McCown broke on a football. Looked like he had a chance to intercept it, but really just misplayed the football.
So Madison Southern moves it down into Corbin territory. Quarterback under center is going to turn. Gives it off back there to number 32, Tony McCreef. Not a lot of room that time for McCreef as he tried to go off tackle with the play. Gain of a couple. That'll bring up now 2nd down and 8.
Greg White, Shane Creekmore on the stop. Also Jeremy Moran.
Number 32, Tony McCreef. On the tackle, number 14, Greg White. And number 19, Jeremy Moran.
7:20 to go. First period of play. Big pass completion there for Madison Southern as they have moved it down inside Corbin territory. And now we got
We have a penalty flag on the play.
whistles and flags. The play is blown dead.
Looks like it's going to be motion on Madison Southern. And you run into that a lot. When you go in motion with your people and you do some things that's a little bit of misdirection, you have a problem with motion sometimes, and we'll see that, I think, here tonight.
Yeah, it actually looks like Corbin's a guilty party on this one.
Well, It can also cause your defense some problems, I should say now. It can cause you to jump, possibly.
Madison Southern using the wing T offense, an offense that Haywood ran against Corbin with some success for a couple of years. Wing back is number 40, Jonathan Bailey, setting up on the right side. Southern near the center of the field. Handoff goes in the backfield to big number 33, Will Phillips. Looked like he had some running room. Goes down, though, at the 26-yard line. That'll bring up third and a couple of yards for the first down here now for Madison Southern. Phillips is big, 5'9", well, it says here he's 5'9", 160. Looks bigger than that.
Well, David Stevens made first contact there in the backfield, really made a nice hit, and then Creekmore and Evans come over to make the stop, but had a chance to throw him for a loss there, just didn't lock up.
Number 24, Ernie Arvin, who made that big pass reception, goes wide to the right. Southern working right off the hump. It's a quarterback keeper this time. He's got room to the 20. That's the first down. Is brought down at the 20-yard line from behind by Scott Hart. But the Eagles picking up the first down yardage as they threaten here. First and 10 from the 20-yard line of Corbin.
Offensively, you got to be impressed with Madison Southern at this point. A lot of variety in their offense. They run the option some, they run the counter backside some, and then just a straight ahead dive. So a lot of variety on Madison Southern's part.
Okay, thank you. What about 21?
So I think we decided that Eads is the quarterback here, and Eads is looking to throw. Lets it go for the end zone. Maybe picked off back there. It's not. Running for Dennis Jones for Corbin. So we now have the quarterback, and it is H.E. Eads, 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore.
David Stevens hit him just as he threw the football that time, and the young man's really struggling. I believe that he's hurt, and hopefully not seriously. So he took a pretty tough shot.
Let's take a break while they attend to the injured player on the field. It's 5:52 to go in the first period of play. No score, but Madison Southern on the move. They'll be second and 10 from the 20-yard line. When we come back, this is Red Hound Football on the Sports Leader, WCTT.
Okay, they're out. Now, what would you have needed?
Play him till I say so, Frank.
Tell him to go to the big camera box, the very bottom, the little compartment. In that little compartment, there are two wires. One wire has a yellow end to it. You need the one with the yellow end. What? There we go, drop the watch now. What do you need?
I'm taking care of this one, Frank.
On the page for quarterback. Number 22, Harold Eaton.
Yeah, they'll beat their brains, yeah.
Okay, now what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you got the power cord, right? You adapted the power cord?
Well, the injured players off the field. It was the quarterback for Madison Southern. For the Eagles, Eads. And a brand new quarterback in there, number 40, Jonathan Bailey, who had been playing the wing. Out of the wing T, will quarterback gives it off to number 34, around to the left side. Gain of a couple on the play before Pat McCowan wraps him up.
I'm sorry, once again, we don't have a number 34 listed on our program.
This puts Madison Southern in an awkward position there as Pat makes a good play, and they're not able to pick up any yardage. They got a brand new quarterback in the game, obviously, who probably doesn't throw the ball as well as the first one. Normally that's the case. So I'll be anxious to see here if they let him put it up.
Number 34 on the carry that time for Madison Southern. Man in motion as Bailey drops back to throw. He looks, getting pressure from Greg Wyatt. Wyatt closes in on him, and down he goes, hit hard at the 15-yard line. Chris Hammock over there to get on him. Wyatt was there, too, and a couple of other Corbin Redhounds. He took a pretty good lick.
Craig Moore and David Stevens, I'm telling you, that's four right there that you normally wouldn't like to go up against. That's a nice hit right there by all four kids.
So Madison Southern now facing a fourth down situation, 4th and 5 from the 15-yard line. They need to cross the 10 to get the first down yardage, and looks like they will try for the field goal. But first, they will have a timeout. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Red Hound Football on the Sports Leader, WCTT. If we can get 34, we'll be in business. Or, yes, 34.
Well, I can handle it. I think you have to do what I can say about number 34. That's still find out who number 34 is.
Call him Joe Jones.
What?
Call him Joe Jones.
Yeah.
JJ.
4:27 left to go here in a fast-moving first period. No score in the game. Madison Southern on their first possession. Corbin has had the football once, and the Red Hounds had a pretty good drive going, but on 4th and 2, failed to pick up the first down yardage, giving it over to the Eagles. Madison Southern now looking at a 4th and 15. Will Phillips, number 33, is on to kick.
Hey, David.
A field goal, yes.
I've got it down here. Somebody take it.
Yes, go ahead, Philip.
They'll be attempting a 32-yard field goal with 4:27 here in the first quarter. Here's the snap. The ball's down. It's good. And it's wide right. Wide right at 4:22 in the first quarter. Madison Southern has miscued on the field goal. We'll send it back to you, David.
Well, Will Phillips kicks it, and it was wide, actually to the left. It was to Phillips, right, because he was behind the goalpost down there. So Phillips misfiring on the field goal attempt, and Corbin will bring their offensive unit back on the field. After the defense gave some ground but did not break and give up the score to Madison Southern. It'll be Red Hound football. They'll have it on the 20-yard line. Once again, centering tonight, number 69, C.J. Taylor. Pat McCowan is in at quarterback with the eye behind him. That's Greg Wyatt and Bargo. Hand off to Bargo, 25, booms his way to the 30, carries people on up to the 35-yard line for a first down for Corbin, and that looks like Matt Bargo.
Yeah, Matt, he's going to get stronger and stronger as the year goes on. Of course, we're running out of time now. He's had that ankle injury, but he's a key. Every time we line up, he's the kid that can run it 20 times back there and take the beating, and then that makes Pat and some of those other kids more effective back there. It really does.
Going out of the power eye this time. Power eye left. The end stay in time. McCowan takes the snap, gives it off in there to Bargo. He is gang tackled just as he gets the football and still manages a couple of yards to about the 37. 3:55 to go. First period of play. Nice evening for high school football action. It's clear. Temperature going to get down to about 45, maybe 40 degrees by the time this is over. As the Red Hounds move back up to the football. Working right from the middle of the field. Got a six-man defensive front for Madison Southern. Handoff goes to Bargo around the left side, 40, on up to the 45-yard line before four Madison Southern players finally take him down. He is only a sophomore.
Big, strong kid. Like I say, he's the one you can give it to a lot in there, and he can take that pounding and beating, and then that sets up your whole offense. And the type of scheme that we're trying to do, that tailback, you know, he's got to hit in there and hit in there and hit in there for us to do some other things, and Matt Bargo is certainly a key, in my opinion.
They'll be coming out for a measurement here. Third down coming up for Corbin. The Red Hounds going to be close. Well, I think we have someone from Madison Southern here that can clear up this roster for us, and we'll try to get the right players on the air.
Looks like we're a little short. Only at first down.
Yeah, it came up just a little bit. So it'll be third down now for Corbin, and really just about need to move the football about a nose here to pick up that first down yardage. The ball is right on the 45-yard line. Corbin just needs to nudge across that to get the first down. Wyatt, Bargo, and Hart in the backfield. McCowan, the quarterback, turns, gives it off to Bargo, and he almost fumbled that football and loses a couple of yards.
That ball popped up high, and Matt wasn't able to pick up the first down because he had to regain control of the football. It's going to be fourth and short right here. Big decision for Coach Adams early in the game. Do you punt or do you go?
I think you got to go for it.
Looks like we're going to go. I think you can look for a long count right here.
Well, the Red Hounds come with a full house backfield. Greg Wyatt, Bargo and Hart. Hand off to Bargo around the left side. He has got the first down as he crosses the 40 on up to the midfield stripe. So big first down pickup there by the Red Hounds. 1st and 10 from middle field for Corbin.
Well, you're in your own territory there. You take a big gamble, but it works out. But when you got a kid that's about 205 back there, you can gamble sometimes.
33, Scott.
So Red Hound football, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. McCowan with a two-back set behind him, has a man wide to the right. He'll keep out of this and gets about 3 yards. 2.5, 3, down to around the 47-yard line before being brought down by the Eagles. That'll bring up 2nd down for Corbin.
Like Danny Steele and Dennis Jones going to check back in. Danny Steele, only a sophomore. Danny really having some problems with his shoulder, but he's one of those. He's a battler.
Okay, we now know number 34 is Chad Moberly, and number 33 is not Will Phillips. That's Scotty Pennington. I thought he looked a little bigger than 160 pounds. Steely finds Crowley. And Michael is at the 38-yard line, shaking tacklers off on down to about the 37 before he is crushed from behind by number 41, Jared Northern.
Mike got wide open that time, just on a little down and out, and good second effort by Mike as he picks up a first down. Mike, big, strong kid, too, and I guarantee he's giving you a second effort every time he's out there. He really works hard for the Red Hounds.
So the Red Hounds moving those chains on down the field. Another first down. It'll be 1st and 10, this time from the 39-yard line. Steely in now at quarterback, moves underneath the center, C.J. Taylor. Power eye set, and we have a whistle and a flag on the play.
Somebody's had to line up off sides. Normally, when that happens, or they don't have their equipment in, Madison Southern in the neutral zone this time. We got one of those earlier, and now we get the favor return. Dave, I'd like to mention that the Central Primary Schools will be sponsoring their 8th annual Holidays Craft Fair, November 12th and November the 13th. This is the school's largest fundraiser, and they need everyone's support. It will be at Central School on 7th Street.
Right. Rumors that Burley Foley will play Santa Claus at the craft fair. Any truth to that?
I don't know about the gifts, but I might dress up like Santa Claus.
34-yard line for the Red Hounds. After a 5-yard penalty against Madison Southern, the handoff goes to Bargo, and he is down to the 30. On across to about the 29-yard line. That should be enough for another Red Hound first down. Under a minute to go here in the first period of play.
Also, there's a dance tonight. The varsity dance team is having a dance after the ball game until 1 a.m. at the Civic Center. You can go to that for only $4.
And rumors there that Burley Foley will be there to put on his rapping exhibition.
Well, I made a few moves.
You were younger.
They were slow moves, but it was the best I had. I see Gus Hauser loosening that leg up down there. We're Gus's range anytime we cross midfield. I think Gus Hauser definitely needs some consideration for All-State. No doubt about it. He's 8 out of 9 field goals, 19 out of 20 extra points, and if that's not worthy of All-State, I don't know what is. I think he's definitely an All-Stater.
Yeah, I'm like you. If there's a better kicker out there, we certainly haven't run into him this year. And
hey, I've been to several college games this year, Dave, and I haven't seen one. I'll be honest with you.
So Steely moves underneath center. Wyatt. Bargo and Hart behind him, gives it to Bargo to the left side on the counter play, and Matt cruises over for the first down. Corbin was a bit short on that second down play. That'll be a first down, though, down to about the 23-yard line.
You know, Matt's looking good in there right now, but there's a reason. Andy Robertson, Joey Petrie, C.J. Taylor, Shane Creekmore, Nolan Devon, Mike Crowley, and Shane Romines moving them off in there. That offensive line doing a job right now. And they really, really, really deserve a lot of credit on this drive.
Coach Adams concerned that his big sophomore Devon might not be able to play here in the football game. It would be hampered quite a bit with an injury, but it looks like he's playing well. It's Pat McCowan. Goes down for no gain on first down. Nice tackle that time by number 55. That's Toby Coyle. And that will end the first period of play. At the end of one, no score between Corbin and Madison Southern. We'll be back with the second period. This is Red Hound Football on your sports leader, WCTT. Okay, any more scores, Frank? Okay. Williamsburg and McCreary. I got to get that on here, too.
Anyone on the 49 football team or if you are representing anyone on that team and you did not contact Coach Oscar Burton to let them know you're here, please stop by the press box. Thank you.
Getting ready for second period action from Campbell Field in Corbin, the game that will decide who finishes third and who finishes fourth in the district. No score between Corbin and Madison Southern. The Redhounds have it second down and about 9 from around the 23-yard line. Pat McCowan wide to the right. That's the far side of the field, and Steely's looking back to throw. He's got Jones wide open. Andy nails him at the 15. Little shake and bake down to the 10. Really hit hard there, but on big number 63, he's a player, Jason Eastep. Warped him down at the 10-yard line.
We had a Jason Eastep here some time ago. Was a pretty good player.
Yes, we did.
Danny right on target with 2 passes, one to Mike Crowley and now to Dennis Jones. Danny really throws the short pattern really, really well.
Well, that time Dennis broke wide open. That's another first down for Corbin. First and 10 from the 11. Here is Bargo as he finds very little running room. Going across left tackle down to about the 8-yard line, looks like from here.
Danny under a lot of heat that time as he just stumbled to the ground and still had the presence of mind to get it off.
Also in on the stop, number 63, Jason.
Hall of Fame weekend at Corbin High and also senior night here at Campbell Field. Romines and Crowley are the ends. They will stay in tight. In the backfield, Bargo, Hart, and Wyatt. Steely at quarterback. Steely turns, gives it to Greg Wyatt looking for room, and actually goes backwards trying to find some. And once again, number 63, Jason Eastep there to bring him down for loss. Probably about 3 yards or more on that play. That'll move Corbin back to the 11-yard line, and it's third and 10 from the 11. Corbin can get a first down around the 1-yard line.
No room there that time for Greg White as he made your Cardinal see him then. Once there's no room there, you hit it on up in there and get what you can. And Greg tried to outrun him to the outside, and that's difficult to do.
Steely looking to throw, lets it go, and it is going to be almost picked off by Madison Southern. Moberly just about got that one. And Gus Hauser trots onto the field. Number 2 for Corbin to attempt the field goal.
Say what you can do, you can write it down. That's how much confidence I got in this kid. And I hope I don't jinx him, because I like him.
This turned into about a 28-yard field goal attempt for Gus.
No problem.
We're going to take you down behind the goalpost with Philip Russell.
Jamie Yonks is the center. Patrick McCown, the holder. Gus Hauser eyes the football from 28 yards out. Here's the snap. It's down. It's good. No! They say it's no good, Dave. I'll send it to you.
Hey, Phil, was it good?
Yes, it was good. It was a foot inside this right here. I don't know what he was looking at.
I don't either. It looked good to me, too.
Okay.
Look good to you?
Yeah, a little good from up here, too. I don't understand that, but the official was right there, and he said that the field goal was no good, so Madison Southern will have the football.
You know, I don't want to jinx Gus, but that thing looked good. I mean, it really did. And Phil standing down there said it was a foot inside. Doggone it.
Dadgummit. So Gus Hauser missing, that's only the second field goal that he's missed this season. Number 22, Eads, 6 foot, 175-pound sophomore, is back after being shaken up at quarterback. The Eagles going straight over the middle from the 20-yard line. Phillips with Pennington on the carry that time.
On the carry, number 33, Scotty Pennington.
And maybe a couple of yards. That'll bring up second down and 8 for Madison Southern.
Looks like everybody on stop for Corbin that time. Romines leading the way.
No score in the game with 10:07 left to go here in the first half. Madison Southern football. Eads with his wing in motion. He's going to give it off though on the inside play to check his number here for you, number 34. Chad Moberly on the carry, and that's pretty good gainer up to about the 29-yard line. That'll bring up third and short now for Madison Southern.
just a little inside counter that time.
Corbin defensively really seems to be following that wing back. He just goes in motion on every play, and that time they were going with him, and the play came back the other way to Moberly.
Well, I'll tell you this, that's a very, very difficult thing to defend, that type of offense. It's a lot of motion, a lot of misdirection, and if you can coach it, I'm telling you, it's a good offense, but I've looked at it on paper. I don't understand it. I really don't. Of course, there's a lot of things I don't understand on paper. One of those is counting to 10.
Bailey will be the wing back set on the right side. Eads the quarterback turns and gives it right into the gut of number 32, Tony McCreath. And McCreath gets enough for the first down up to about the 38-yard line.
Well, you can look at that play a lot of ways, but that was just right at us, and we got whipped on that particular play. They just lined up and ran right at us. Scott Hart on the stop.
You look at Madison Southern, they're a good-looking football team. They got some size on this football team.
I'm telling you, they're no slouch.
Once again, Eads knocked out in that first quarter, but is back in at quarterback now. He's going to give it to, he gave it to Bailey, and Bailey gave it right back off to number 32, McCreath. And McCreath gets only a couple of yards on that play. A lot of action, but not much ground gainage there. Well, got about 5 yards, excuse me.
Hammock on the stop. I have to hurry up and say their names or I'll forget them. And that's one thing that we get criticized regularly on, is not saying who makes the tackles. And I'll be honest with you, we don't do a very good job of it, but we're improving. Bear with us. We're trying to recognize them.
Right, we're only in our 4th year of doing this, so we're getting better. Handoff goes once again to number 32. That's McCreath. Ball, I thought, came loose there, but I guess not, as McCreath is going to be short of the first down by about a yard up near the 50-yard line at about the 48.5.
No, honestly, I talked to a couple of parents, and they said, hey, you think you did a pretty good job, but he'd do that a little more. And I didn't, wasn't offended by it, and they were right. Sometimes we really do, and I appreciate those comments. I really do. I appreciate, first of all, them having enough courage, I guess, to say something to you that you think's wrong, and I really respect them for saying it.
Just keep in mind, that's Burley's job, as Eads takes the snap, gives it off to McCreath, and he is hit behind the line of scrimmage. Big number 57 there to bring him down for the Red Hounds, Stevens. And looks like he's shaken up.
We've seen David do that a number of times this year, make stops behind the line. I'm sure that he probably leads Corbin in stops for a loss. It's like a Madison Southern player shaking up.
I think that was McCreath, the ball carrier.
Back to saying that that's my job.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, I've got it written down here. Burley tells who tackled who.
Oh, okay. Well, now, David, I told all those parents it was your job.
Okay, well, I'm just setting the record straight here, Burley.
Oh, okay. Maybe they're not listening then.
Madison Southern did pick up the first down. They lose about a yard on that play, so they're looking at a second down and around 11. McCreath shaken up after being tackled by Stevens. Been an injury-plagued game here for Madison Southern so far.
Sure has.
Hey, David.
Yes, Philip.
With Bailey, I thought that he was also the one guilty of putting tape on people's back.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
He's never done that.
No way. When I do something that childish. But, Phil, I have noticed a couple of games you've had some big tape down there. I thought one game you were just trying to make yourself a number on your jacket, and that's what I told everybody when they asked about it, that you always want to be number one, and you just put that on there.
Yeah. I think I walked around the whole third quarter that way down here.
Thanks to Gus Hauser, he told you it was on there. Gus is too good a guy to let that prank go by. I'm gonna have to talk with Gus and tell him that those pranks aren't real bad. Go ahead and let those go. But he let Phil know that he had the tape on his back. Well, we were really enjoying it. What I'll do now is I catch Gus. I'll put one on him.
Tape Gus up.
Yeah.
7:40 to go here in the half. Excuse me, wing back in motion, the fake to him, and then the pass over the middle incomplete. Intended for number 45, Curtis Brock. Brock couldn't bring it in, brings up third down and 11 now for Madison Southern.
Well, I had a chance to catch that there as he hit off his hands. As the old saying goes, that's hit him right in the hands. Couldn't catch it.
That was a catchable pass. You're all right. Number 24, Ernie Arvin, goes wide to the right side. He had a big pass catch in the first period for a big gainer for Madison Southern. Bailey sprints out wide to the left side. Eads looking to throw. He's going to go over the middle. It's going to be caught by Moberly, and he is going to be a little bit short of the first down up at the 42-yard line. Corbin then threw him back to about the 46, but he'll get the 42. It'll be 4th and short now for Madison Southern. Still a lot of decoys out that time, Burley, and they just went right over the middle.
Will be very close. I think Madison Southern probably going to go right here, or at least try to draw us off sides.
No score in the game. We're at the 7-minute mark of the first half. Madison Southern's moving over the ball. 4th and about a yard, maybe not even that much for the first down. Eads takes the snap. He's going to turn, give it off to Bailey. He's got the first down at the 40. Hit hard there, but he did pick up the first down yardage.
Well, we didn't hit him hard. I'd like to know who hit him then, because that was a nice lick. Didn't get the number, but somebody come up in there and really made a nice hit.
So the Eagles moving the ball down the field. Both teams have been able to move the football some, but both have misfired on field goal attempts so far. A 22-yard attempt by Madison Southern came up empty. And the 28-yarder by Corbin's Gus Hauser.
We've got a penalty here, Dave, on somebody else. Looks like it's going to be on us.
Give me both his throws. I see that's sportsmanlike contact. I got it. Non-contact foul.
And sportsmanlike conduct on us. Well, that's costly.
Well, the ball's at the 40. That'll move it down to at least the 30. So it's going to be a 10 or a 15-yarder. 15-yard penalty all the way down to the 25. Big penalty there against Corbin. Haven't seen many of those against the Hounds this year, but that's a big one there. So, Eagle football. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Eads moving over his center. He'll give it off to Bailey around the right side. Bailey looking for room. Hit on the line of scrimmage. The ball is loose. I think Corbin's got it.
I believe we got it. No, he got it back.
Bounced right back to him, I think. So, almost a disaster there.
On the stop.
That'll bring up now 2nd down and 10 for Madison Southern. From the 25-yard line. Eads moves underneath center, wing in motion as he rolls out to the left. Now he's going to pitch it out there to Mobberly, and he is hit as he gets the football on the 25. And Creekmore a little angry at himself as he thought he might could have had him for about a 3-yard loss there, and he might could have, but Mobberly able to get free. But Corbin still holds, and it's 3rd and 10.
The quarterback strung that one out too far, Dave. He should have pitched that thing early, and they might have been able to get on the corner right there. He really bought Corbin some time right on that play and gave him a chance to get his running back killed. So he needs to go ahead and pitch that thing offensively. It's a nice-looking play, but he needs to give it up early.
Well, Madison Southern's going to call for the timeout as head coach Mike Elkin comes out to talk to his charges. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football on your sports leader, WCTT.
Corbin Middle School football team will be sponsoring a dance tomorrow night. That's Saturday night from 8 to 11 at the Middle School Gym. All 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are welcome to attend. The cost is $4 per person. Middle School.
5:46 left to go until the first half bell will ring. No score here in the football game. Nothing between Corbin and Madison Southern. The winner has 3rd place in the district. The loser will finish up 4th. And we'll have the thrill of going to play the Danville Admirals next Friday night.
I'd really go play Dallas.
Yeah, or at least maybe the Cincinnati Bengals or somebody. The wing back set to the right side is going to be number 40, Bailey. Also back there is Scotty Pennington. Eads fakes to him and then throws it incomplete. Threw it right behind the back that time of number 32, McCreef, who never even turned around. Corbin had good pressure on Eads and made him throw that ball early. So 4th down now, and looks like maybe Madison Southern going to attempt another field goal.
Good pressure that time by David Stevens and made him hurry the ball. He had a receiver run straight out the field and was going to turn around, try to catch it, but he had to unload it early thanks to David putting some pressure on him.
This is going to be a 42-yard field goal attempt by Madison Southern. Pennington will have to kick from the left hash mark. Let's take it down the field.
Here's the snap. Placement of the football. That's been blocked. You got it, David.
Dwayne Evans picks up the block. Dennis Jones blocked it. Dwayne Evans picks it up and returns the football down to the, looks like the 44-yard line is where the mark is going to be inside Madison Southern territory. So big play there, Burley.
Was. Dennis Jones came through, blocked the kick. Dwayne Evans, Johnny on the spot there. Dwayne Evans has had the ball in his hands 2 times in the last 2 games. Really playing good, and then seems to be Johnny on the spot.
He's going to get used to that and want to play offense here.
Yeah, he'll want to be a quarterback now.
Yeah. Steely in at quarterback for Corbin, Wyatt, Hart, and McCowan in the backfield. Steely's going to pitch it out left side to McCowan. Nowhere to go at all. He's going to lose a yard on that play back to the 45-yard line, and lucky to get there.
Trey White has not been in the game. He's been injured, had a hip pointer. I see Coach Gorman talking with Trey down there right now. May getting his first action in 2 games. Trey been a valuable part of our football team this year, but been out injured somewhat. Had mono early in the year. Really had a lot of bad luck, Trey has. But he's going in for the first play here tonight. And he's a kid we've got to have to win football games. He's a good, hard-nosed football player.
Coach Adams said in the pregame, about 80%. He goes in, Greg Wyatt comes out. Trey in there at fullback. Here's Steely to throw. He's got pressure. He looks and dumps it off. It is caught, I think, by McCowan at the 40-yard line, and the booth people wanted a late hit.
Should have been a late hit, because when Pat caught that ball down on the ground, you can't make contact. He can't get up and run. Pat shaking up a little bit right there. Asked for a late hit and should have gotten it.
Well, winds up a penalty against Corbin. The flag was thrown back at the line, and it's going to be a hold on the Red Hounds.
No, surely not.
So they'll mark this one off, push Corbin back into their own side of the field. 4:39 to go here in the first half of play. No score. Both teams have threatened, but neither one able to get it into the end zone yet.
Here's a hold.
Move it back to the 45-yard line, so Corbin now with a second down and 21 for first down yardage. They'll need to get to the 34 of Madison Southern to pick up the first down. So second and 21 for the Hounds at the 4.5 mark here of the first half. Jones goes wide to the right side. Corbin working off the right hash mark. I formation behind Steely. Crowley is split to the left side. Danny's back to throw. Oh, lots of pressure on him. He gets rid of it to McCowan. Just trying to dump it off, actually, to keep from getting sacked. Number 55 puts him to the ground. Toby Coyle.
That's a screen play, but it developed a little faster than we really wanted it to, because Danny had to throw that thing backpedaling.
Yeah, you want to sucker those guys in there on the screen, but don't want to sucker them in that fast. Brings up third down and 21 now for Corbin. Hall of Fame activities coming up here at halftime. Steely moves underneath center. McCowan wide out to the right this time. Steely with a nice throwing time, lets it go, and Pat can hold on to it down at about the 38-yard line. Probably should have caught that one.
They threw that ball pretty sharp. Pat was on the up and out pattern, but I'll tell you, anytime you're running toward that sideline, looking at them jerseys, it's tough to catch the football. Yes, it was catchable, but very, very difficult.
Well, he's trying to stay in bounds,
right.
too, like
He's trying to stay in bounds, looking at those jerseys. There'll be a lot of kids drop those.
Chris Hammock coming on to punt it away for Corbin with 4:16 to go in the half. Back to receive, number 32, that is Tony McCree. The lone returner back there for Southern. Chris gets a nice punt off. It takes a good Corbin bounce, too, and goes out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Hit on the 30, near the 26-yard line, and bounces out of bounds at the 26. So Madison Southern, 1st and 10 from their own 26.
Once again, Dave would like to remind everybody that the Central Primary School will be sponsoring their 8th annual Holidays Craft Fair, November 12th and 13th. This is the school's largest fundraiser, and they need everybody's support. It'll be at Central Elementary, and they really got some good things going on up Central Primary, and if you get a chance, get out and help them, because they're a good group.
Madison Southern football. Arvin wide to the right, far side of the field. Bailey, once again, will stay in there as the wing, running the wing tee. Pitch out's going to go back there to McCree, coming from left to right. He's got room to the 30, and then Chris Hammock wraps him up as he crosses the 30 to the 32-yard line. Actually, 33-yard line and maybe a bit beyond it. Second and short now for Madison Southern.
Trey White back in the game now. He's going to play some defense. This here will replace Greg White. McCreath has some speed, Dave.
Like you say, there's so much misdirection in this offense that Madison Southern runs. It's given Corbin some problems defensively here. Handoff goes to McCreath. He squirts through a hole up to the 40-yard line. Enough for Madison Southern first down. Dwayne Evans there on the tackle.
Dave, I'm going to have to leave you a little early tonight at halftime. I've got to go down and be with my team as they line up, but I think you're going to try to play the Hall of Fame live tonight. Do I understand that?
Well, we couldn't work that out technically.
Oh, okay.
We had tried to, but we just couldn't get any sound coming through our equipment from the PA, Eddie Pierce's equipment here.
You just have to read it then.
So we'll just have to read it. There you go. Bailey in motion, but the handoff again to McCreath. Hit on the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. I think maybe the ball popped loose in there somewhere, too.
There hadn't been any turnovers this game to this point, have it?
No, it's been a well-played football game. It's not a high-scoring affair. It's been a defensive battle. Well, not any scoring, much less high scoring. Nothing to nothing right now with 2:40 to go in the first half. McCowan comes on. Scott Hart comes off for Corbin. Playing defense. 2nd and 9 for Madison Southern. And Eads is back to throw. He's got Bailey, and he hits him with the football. He shakes one tackler up to the 50. Still trying to go with it, and finally is brought down right on the 50-yard line.
If they're going to be short of the first down, or are they?
No, official said give it to him and move those chains up the field. So first down for Madison Southern at the 50. The Booth people didn't like that spot.
I didn't think it got to the 50 either.
You always agree with the Booth people, though, Burley.
You better believe it.
Ball's just across the 50 at about the 49-yard line. Eads will keep it around to the right side. Well, actually, he gave it off to McCreath around to the right side, and McCreath gets no gain.
Dave, I'm going to have to leave you now and go down for the halftime ceremonies as I've been instructed to help out, but I'll be back.
Okay, see you second half. It's Hall of Fame weekend here in the Red Hound territory. Also the final regular season game for Corbin. Senior night, lots of things going on here in Red Hound land. Eads, 2nd down and 10. Ball is loose as he gives it off to Pennington. But I think, once again, Madison Southern able to come back up with it. They've been jarred around a little bit, but have been able to hold on to the football every time. The clock becoming an enemy here of the Eagles. Only a minute to go. They do have a couple of timeouts they can use if they so wish. Harvin is wide to the right side. The lone wide out. Bailey, the wing, running the wing T offense. Back to throw is Eads. Got lots of time. He lets it go. It's incomplete. Overthrowing Arvin, who had sprinted down to about the 40-yard line. That'll bring up now 4th down for Madison Southern. The clock at 45 seconds.
Good hits up play that time, David, by Dennis Jones, number 22. He came up and closed well that time to wrap him up.
Jones comes off after the play.
8 yards to go. The ball started at the 48-yard line.
And let's see what Madison Southern does here. They are showing signs that they would like to punt it. But before that, there's a timeout by Madison Southern. 45 seconds to go until halftime. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. There's no score right now.
And I start my go all the way through the 6 inductees. They're going to play the clock. And then we're going to introduce the team. And then after I introduce the team and give them their accolades, then the band turns when they stand up for playing the whole time.
Both these teams 2-2 in district competition. Both teams defeated Somerset and Wayne County, and both schools have lost in the district to Middlesboro and Rockcastle County. No score right now. 45 seconds to go until halftime here at Campbell Field. And coming up at halftime, we will tell you who's being inducted into the Hall of Fame here at Hall of Fame weekend. The entire 1949 football team at Corbin will go into the Hall of Fame. We'll give you some information about those teams and also some information about those individuals being inducted into the Hall of Fame. Marvin will punt it away. McCowan will receive for Corbin. And there's the snap. Arvin flips the ball, then kicks it. Nice punt. McCowan will field it back at the 18, to the 20, to the 23-yard line. Brought down from behind by number 34, Chad Moberly. So Moberly brings him down. Corbin will have 35 seconds. Maybe to try to get downfield enough where Gus Hauser would have a shot at a field goal. It's kind of made it a habit of ending first halves with field goals here the last few games. Kicked a 48-yarder against Middlesboro to end that half, and then I forget the distance, but kicked one against Somerset to end the first half here last Friday night. Steely will turn and give it off to Bargo. Down he goes, right on the line of scrimmage.
Number 31 on the carry for the Hounds, Matt Bargo.
Second down and 10 for Corbin. The clock on 21.
Second the tackle for Madison Southern, number 55, Toby Cole. Number 73, Chris Cowsey.
Corbin calling for the timeout to stop the clock. And maybe try to set up the play. Each team has attempted field goals here in the game, and each team missed those. Both schools have been able to move the football some, but just not move it into the end zone and get those points. So the Hounds move it back up on the line. C.J. Taylor centering the football this evening. Dennis Jones is wide to the left. Pat McCowan wide to the right side. Steely has Trey Wyatt and Matt Bargo in his backfield as he takes the snap and drops back to throw. He looks, he lets it go, and once again, Pat McCowan can't hold the football down at about the 38-yard line.
Number 5, Pat McCowan. Depending on the play, number 34, Cat Moberly.
Same pattern, the up-and-out pattern, and once again, McCowan was open but couldn't hang on to the ball. So with 16 seconds showing here on the first half clock, Corbin will try it again. Jones goes left, McCowan goes right. I formation behind Steely, hand off to Bargo, and the ball is loose. I think Matt able to get that back.
The fumble recovered by the Hounds. On the carry, number 31, Matt Bargo.
And the clock counts down. I think that'll be the final play here of the first half. So at the end of one half of play, it's the Corbin Red Hounds nothing, and the Eagles of Madison Southern nothing. We'll be back and have our halftime festivities here for you. We'll look at the stats from the first half of play. Also maybe check on some other scores if we can get them from around southeast Kentucky, and also touch on Hall of Fame weekend. It is Corbin nothing, Madison Southern nothing. It's halftime. This is Red Hound football on your sports leader, WCTT. Give me 4 minutes on these breaks, Frank.
How about 3.5?
Yeah, 3.5. That'll be great.
I'll need a hand clap, guys, for the... Maybe you got to take your process.
All right.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Don't tell me how you hear me. Okay, thank you.
Good. Moberly will field it at the 15. Heads out to the left toward the middle of the field to the 25, then cuts it on up to about the 28-yard line. Down he goes there, and Madison Southern will start 1st and 10 from the 28.
David Stevens, Jamie Yance, also Greg White. On the stop, Scott Hart also in there on the kick coverage. Kick coverage has been something we've had a little problem with. I understand they made a few changes, and we're a little bit concerned with that. But pretty good coverage right there.
Ball spotted on the 29-yard line. 1st and 10, Madison Southern from the 29. McCreath in motion. The pitch out to him on the right side as he gains about a yard, running hard to the 30, but Corbin able to string the defense out there and shut him off. Chris Hammett gets up from the bottom of the pile.
Done a good job tonight on the outside game of Madison Southern. Their success has come when they've tried to run right at us, but tonight we've done a tremendous job holding McCreath inside.
Number 24, that's Ernie Arvin, goes wide to the left side, the far side of the field. McCreath will stay the wingback. He comes in motion. Handoff goes to Bailey, though, and Bailey squirts through a small hole for a couple of yards. That'll bring up now 3rd down for Madison Southern. And the Eagles will still be about 7 yards short of the first. 3rd and long.
Dave, I'll give you one little bit of information that you might need to know. It's a lot warmer in here than it is out there.
Is that right?
Yeah, I didn't think there would be any difference in here, but I got cold at halftime.
Getting that time of the year. 3rd down and about 6 yards for the first down from Madison Southern. Eads is looking back to throw. He's got pressure, lets it go anyway. It is incomplete. Trying to go downfield that time for McCreath, but Corbin had the pressure on him. Let's see who it was. Number 62 for the Hounds, Ryan Kelly. Only a sophomore.
Ryan Kelly, he comes in those situations a lot of times to try to put some heat on the passer. You know, Andy plays down in there every down, and you know that time you get a fresh guy in there. Sometimes he can give you a little more quickness, or give you a rested player to put heat on the passer.
So Arvin, number 24, comes on to punt. Back to receive for Corbin. Scott Hart's back there. Set up on about the 45. Pat McCowan at about the 35. Arvin, a low line driving kick. McCowan has it at the 35. Heads out toward the right side, and he's going to be tackled in the open field. A nice play by Bailey at the 39-yard line. So Corbin 1st and 10. Pretty good field position from the 39.
Good open field tackle that time by Bailey.
This is a good football team. This is a good... Of course, we knew they were a good football team coming in. I do think some of the Corbin fans got a little overconfident after they saw that Rockcastle County score last Friday night. But
speaking of Rockcastle County, have you had an update on that game?
They were behind 13-0 at halftime. Middlesboro was in the lead. Danny Steele starting at quarterback here in the second half for Corbin. Gives it off to Matt Bargo, and Bargo chugging through the line for about 3 yards to the 42. Will bring up 2nd down and 7.
Coach Jeff Gorman giving the plays in now to Mike Crowley. He'll relay them to Danny Steele. Jeff on the sidelines tonight. Coach Adams in the booth. Coach Willard Ferris also in the booth. Very knowledgeable man of football.
Crowley goes wide to the left. Corbin, with the exception of Steele in at quarterback, starting about the same as started the first half. Trey White's also checked in. Handoff to Bargo. Toward the left side with the football, and is going to be tackled on the 44. That brings up now 3rd and right around 5, close to 6 yards for Corbin.
Dennis Jones comes in. Normally when you see Dennis in the lineup, we look to throw the ball as Matt Fargo and Shane Romines come out.
Steele keeps Crowley and Jones both in tight, has the wishbone lined up behind him. He is going to throw. He's got pressure, lets it go. It is incomplete. Threw that one short of Pat McCowan, who was at it about the 44.
That time Danny got just a little bit impatient there and threw that ball a little bit early.
You know, I don't know if it's Danny's arm or maybe bothering him or what, or if it's just my eyes deceiving me, but it looks like he's hitching his arm a little bit as he throws. Have you noticed that?
No, I haven't, but I know he's had a serious shoulder problem this year, and he can throw the football without question. He looks like a skinny kid, but Danny's very, very strong young boy.
Here's the snap. Chris Hammock to punt. Bailey going for the block, didn't get it. Boy, it's a nice one, too. It's going to take a bounce, and it's going to be loose. It's loose, and Corbin might have recovered at the 15. Corbin has it. Dwayne Evans, who you said is pretty good at being Johnny on the spot, able to get on that one.
Dwayne did playing real good defense lately, and he's made some big plays for us. I didn't see who got on the football, though. Was that Dwayne that got on the football?
Dwayne on the ball, yes.
Yeah, you got to give Chris Hammock a lot of credit for that punt. He hung that one up there real good.
Well, McCreath was the gentleman that bobbled it. It hit right in front of him and then hit right off his chest and hit the ground. And Corbin in good position here. 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line. Steely to Scott Hart. Scott's first carry of the game, I think. He crosses the 15 down to about the 13-yard line.
Scott had one carry early in the first quarter.
Yeah. Okay. Hasn't carried much this game, though, has he?
No. Trey White in at fullback this half. He replaces Greg White, who started in there.
2nd down 8 for Corbin. The Hounds on the right hash mark. Madison Southern with a 6-man defensive front. As Steely turns, gives it off to Bargo, heading around the left side, and just not much room for Matt. He's able to get a couple of yards out of that. Madison Southern doing a good job. Both teams have done a good job defensively here in the football game.
I got to give us the advantage at this point because naturally we got good field position now, and I really got a lot of confidence in Gus Hauser and his leg.
Clock on 7:20 to go here in the 3rd period of play. No score, Corbin. 3rd and 6. The ball on the 12-yard line. The Hounds will use a timeout. So we'll use a timeout, too. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. This Red Hound football and the sports leader, WCTT.
Millsboro 13, Rockcastle 0 at the high. Millsboro 13 over
Millsboro at the half. Millsboro 13, Rockcastle County 0.
I'm 21, Burley's nothing.
That's right. 31 to 0 at the half. No, 13. 13 to 0. 13. Yeah, Millsboro is 13 after the Rock. Yeah, I said 13, but I told you 13. Oh, I started saying.
Corbin on the 12-yard line, facing a 3rd down and 6 situation, calling for the timeout. Coach Jeff out to talk to the team, getting instructions over the headset from Coach Cotton Adams, who has been in the booth. This will be the 3rd game in a row that Coach has been in the booth. Rather than down on the field, says he kind of likes it up there.
Well, I can see how you could concentrate a little better up there, you know.
Corbin sends Dennis Jones wide to the right side. Hart, well, that's not Hart, but Crowley wide to the left. Hart and Wyatt in the backfield as Danny's back to throw. He looks, goes over the middle. It's going to be caught for a short gainer on the play by Shane Romines. Down at around the 9-yard line, the 7-yard line.
Face mask on Madison Southern.
We have a penalty on the play?
Yes.
I don't see the flag. They pick it up already?
But trust me.
Preliminary signal, face mask.
Well, you're right, and it is going to be a face mask, too, against Madison Southern. That's a big penalty. Corbin had a big one earlier on a personal foul or unsportsmanlike conduct. See where they move this one down to...
The penalty will be assessed half blow to the goal line.
Well, it wasn't a big one. The ball is going to be
The ball spotted on the 4-yard line.
on the 4. It's really tough for us to pick up the yardage markers when they get down close to the end zone, especially this right end zone down here. 6:55 to go in the 3rd period. The Red Hounds have the 1st down and goal from the 4-yard line after Madison Southern bobbled a punt. Steely's going to pitch it back to McCown. He's going to go in. Dodged the tackler and then darted into the end zone. Touchdown for Pat McCowan and the Corbin Red Hounds as they break the ice and go on top here 6-0.
Pat made a good move that time. Got a lot of pressure. Looked like on a blitz. He just sidestepped him and turned it up inside and picked up the touchdown.
So we'll take it down with Philip Russell.
Just excellent blocking that time by the Corbin Red Hounds. Patrick McCown places the football. It's up splits. The uprights are 6-6. 44 to go in the third quarter. The Corbin Redhounds has got on top of 7-0 over the Madison Southern Eagles. You listen to Redhound Football on WCTT&T 107.
We have a winner on the raffle by the Corbin Middle School. We have a winner of the Gentleman's Yellow Gold Seiko Chris Bay Rush. And the winner is Miss Betty McDonald, 509 Walnut Street, Corbin, Kentucky. You have won this rather nice watch.
Stop my heart, I know that. I thought the building was stopped.
6:43 showing in the third period. Corbin on top of Madison Southern now by a score of 7-0 as the Eagles shot themselves in the foot. Misplayed a punt, fumbled it. Corbin picked it up on the 16-yard line, and then face mask penalty after that, moving the ball on down to the 4 when it looks like Madison Southern might be able to hold defensively. So Corbin, with some help from the Eagles, taking it in. Burley for the lead.
Quickly, Dave, Corbin's JV finished their season last night with a 6-0 win over Bell County. They were undefeated this year, the Corbin JV.
Gus Hauser will kick it away. Back to receive is number 34, Chad Mobberly. Number 40, Bailey is back there.
Kick it right to him, son.
And number 32, McCreef. McCreef to the 20, to the 25, hit hard there and go. Greg Wyatt stopped him, held him up for Shane Creekmore, who pounded him into the turf.
Good kick coverage.
Right.
Really good kick coverage. Our kick coverage has been good tonight.
So Madison Southern now will go 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line as the quarterback Eads takes the field.
Corbin defensively will start the same way with Myers at nose guard. The ends are White and Evans.
Eads is going to give it off back there to, I think, McCreef on the carry. Looking on that play late, and it was McCreef. Romines comes up from the bottom of the pile. Also number 67 for Corbin on the tackle, J.D. Myers. Short gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8.
This thing turns into a defensive struggle. I think we'll have the advantage. I really do. Our defense, in my opinion, has played really, really good in the last 3 or 4 games.
This time number 44 for Madison Southern. Jason Combs goes wide to the left side. That's the far side of the field, working on the right hash mark. Handoff goes to Bailey, and Bailey is grilled by Dwayne Evans.
Number 40, Jonathan Bailey.
After a gain of about a yard on the play.
Number 56, Dwayne Evans. Also in on the top.
Nice hit by Dwayne.
Dwayne has had some nice games as of late. Dwayne also on that state runner-up baseball team.
So now the ball on the 28-yard line, 3rd and 8 from there for Madison Southern. Working from the left hash, Ween goes in motion. Here's Eads, fakes, then just dumps the ball to get rid of it because, once again, big number 62 for Corbin. Ryan Kelly was right in there on it.
You know, he started out the game very poised and looking good. Now he's starting to look like a sophomore. He looks like he's coming apart just a little bit. He needs to regain his composure if Madison Central's going to mount him more offense.
So now Madison Southern will punt it away. Corbin will have McCowan and Hart back to receive. Ernie Arvin will punt it. To punt this from about the 19-yard line. Corbin should be able to field it at around midfield. Oh, it's a short punt. He shanked it off the right side of his foot. It's only going to hit the 30, then takes a nice Corbin bounce back to the 27-yard line. Wow.
They lost yardage on their punt. Well, that's a break you need. Anytime you score and then you come right back and hold them, you can put a ball game out of touch right here.
Madison
really take the wind out of them.
really hurting themselves. You're right. They shanked that punt off to just off the right side of Arvin's foot, looks like, and Corbin will have excellent field position here, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. The Hounds working from the left side of the field with 4:50 left to go here in the 3rd. And we got people jumping around everywhere.
Yeah, there's penalty flag on the play.
78. Yeah, we were in motion. Once again, the Central Primary School will be sponsoring their 8th annual Holidays Craft Fair, November 12th and 13th. This is the school's largest fundraiser, and it needs everyone's support. It will be up at Central School on 7th Street. Come on out and help support Central Primary. A lot of good folks up there, got a lot of good things going on.
A lot of nice stuff for Christmas.
Yes.
Plus, some good food there, too. A lot of good homemade foods. Steely underneath the center. C.J. Taylor's going to pitch it out right side of McCowan. Pat has a hold to the 30 and then goes down to the 25-yard line, and there's another flag on the play.
Running the ball for the Hounds, number 5, Pat McCowan. Making the tackle, number 30, Jonathan Bailey.
It's hard to say. That's probably a hold against Corbin, and it is. So consecutive penalties on the Hounds.
That's a late flag, wasn't it?
Yeah, really, the tackle had already been made and everything.
That one was called on Michael Crowley. It's unusual for Michael. Michael with another catch tonight. Michael starting offensively to get involved now, and I think Corbin's become a better team now that he has.
I would agree. It's going to move the football all the way back to the 39-yard line. It's still going to be first down.
Well, here, Dave, is where some things have hurt us this year. We had a great opportunity to put at least 3 more on the board there, and still may, but as you can see, we've not capitalized yet on that. We've had 2 penalties there back-to-back, and to beat pretty good football teams, you've got to take advantage of those things. We really need to come away here with at least put them in terrible field position or get a score.
First and 10 from the 39 for Corbin. Full house backfield behind Steely. He's going to pass. He looks, he's got McCowan, and Pat catches this one down at the 29-yard line. Well, 27-yard line now, says the spotter.
Number 40, Jonathan Bailey.
So Corbin will have it first and 10, or rather second down and about 10 from the 27.
Very patient there, was able to pick some of it back. And there again, that's a mature, you see the maturity of our football. You know, early in the season, we would have tried to get all that back in one play, but now we understand that we can get, you know, a little bit of it at a time and not take a chance on a turnover and still give Gus a chance to get us 3 here if we don't get 7.
Clock counting and going down at 4:17 right now. Steely is rolling out to his left, looking to throw again. He's got a wide open throw, but he overthrows him down at the 5-yard line.
Boy, he did. He had Michael in the seam wide open, and it was just out of his reaches. Danny really upset with himself right now because he would like to have that one back.
There's a touchdown in the making right there for Michael Crowley, but it was well overthrown too. That was
Danny did
not
good.
even catching it.
It wasn't, but I tell you what, Danny did a good job picking him up in there. He broke wide open in that seam, didn't he?
Nobody around him. The Hounds do lead 7-0. No score in the first half, but Corbin has put 7 on the board here in the third period. Jones wide to the right. Crowley stays in tight on the left side. Steely back to throw. He looks. Everybody's covered, so he dumps this one off to the wrong team. It's going to be intercepted. Number 41 on the pickoff for Madison Southern. That's Jared Northern. Trying once again for Crowley. And once again overthrew him. This time it went to Jared Northern. So Madison Southern comes up with a football.
That time Danny just missed. You can look at it a lot of ways, but he just missed in there that time.
It's going to be first down for the Eagles and Madison Southern. Ball on the 26-yard line. They'll have it first and 10 from there. Well, I was hearing somebody, Coach Adams up there above us. I was wondering who that was. As Eads moves underneath center, and he gives it around there to McCreath. McCreath heading from left to right, nowhere to go, just thrown down by Scott Hart for a loss on the play of a couple of yards, maybe a little more. Scott read that play very well.
Well, we're going to have to count on our defense again, and this one looks like, and I really think that's to our advantage.
So Madison Southern will line it back up after losing a couple with McCreath on that play. This moves him back to about the 23-yard line. And Eads is looking to throw. He's got a wide open Bailey, shakes the tackle, and heads up the right sideline. Lots of room to the 40. finally knocked out of bounds up at the 42. That will be enough for the Eagle first down.
Well, Bailey, he's a lot like Pat. He has the ability to make you miss, too. He seemed to be tackled there, and he made both Corbin defenders miss, was able to pick up a first down and good yardage.
So first down for Madison Southern after the completion from Eaves to Bailey at the 42-yard line. 3 minutes to go in the third. Corbin on top 7-0. Arvin wide to the left side. He caught a pass back in that first quarter. Running the wing T. The double wing this time. Handoff goes back there to Pennington. Forward for 3. Dropped on the 45-yard line. Jeremy Moran in on the tackle for Corbin.
Making the tackle for the Hounds, number 19, Jeremy Moran. Number 67, J.D. Myers. Also on the top.
Well, getting a bit nippy here on this Friday night, isn't it?
It is. You ought to get out on left field. Yeah, it's a little colder up on the creek this time of year, though. You ought to be used to this.
Yeah, we put another log on the fire. This time Eads on the misdirection play. Gives it back to McCreath. Drop for a loss of 3 on the play. Stevens drops it back on the original line of scrimmage. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Madison Southern.
Well, that one didn't fool anybody.
Well, they run that play a lot. That's been their favorite play. They send everybody left, and McCreath goes right on the misdirection, and it's worked some, then it hasn't worked some. Here's Eads to throw. He's got a couple of guys out there. Bailey's there, but he's going to throw long. Intended for Arvin. It is dropped.
He got us beat, too.
Jones on the coverage, knocks the football down, able to get there at the last minute and knock it loose at the 25-yard line. So that brings up 4th down for Madison Southern.
We're fortunate.
A little bit underthrown.
Because that one was behind. He was behind us.
Eads underthrew him, and that would have been a touchdown probably for Arvin. Minute and a half to go. 3rd period of play as now Ernie Arvin will punt it away. Needed another 1-yard punt the last time. Takes a snap. Gets a line drive kickoff. It will be taken by McCowan. Circles back to the 20, down to the 25. Tries to get around to the right side. Dodging tacklers, and down he goes as a flag flies on the play.
I agree with the clip, but it came off late.
Pat a bit shaken up on that return. He was dodging tacklers.
It was like a pinball
bullets
machine,
that time, yeah. Penalty against Corbin. So let's see where we wind up after the penalty is marked off. The count had returned to the 26-yard line.
15-yard penalty,
No, they're stepping it off way back. Way back to the 13-yard line. So 1st and 10, Corbin way back in their own territory at the 13. Mines and Crowley are in at the ends. I formation, or rather power I, line up now behind Steely. Margot is in. Handoff goes to Scott Hart. He's got room to the 20. Dragged down from behind up at the 22-yard line.
Scott hadn't broke any of those this year. You know, last year he would break 1 or 2 of those a game.
But a nice gainer that time by Scott Hart, the senior, number 36.
Got us out of the hole somewhat.
Under a minute to go here in the 3rd period. Corbin 2nd down and about 1. Bargo, Hart, and Trey White stay in the backfield. The power I left set. Hand off to Bargo. And that is maybe short of the 1st down. I don't know. It just depends on where they will stop the football here. Probably going to be just a little bit short.
And number 63, Jason Easton.
Spot up on about the 24. Now they say they'll bring the chains out and do some measuring. It's close.
Hey, Dave, I tell you what we ought to do. We ought to sign this number 73 up down there in shorts. 'Cause he's a tough kid.
Well, Corbin gets the first down on the carry by Matt Bargo. The clock at 17 seconds to go here in the third. The Hounds on top 7-0. Still, they're working from deep in their own territory. The ball on the 24-yard line. A pretty evenly played football game. Madison Southern has hurt themselves in the second half with some turnovers. That's the horn to end the third period of play, and at the end of 3, it's Corbin 7, Madison Southern nothing. Fourth and final period actions on the way. This is Red Hound Football, the sports leader, WCTT. Anything new, Frank? Is that right? Is that all?
Sponsored by your Corbin High School dance team.
Huh?
And this dance will start immediately after the ball game, and it will continue until 1 a.m. The dance will be held at the Corbin Student
thank you.
Center, sponsored by your Corbin Varsity dance team. $4 admission. Miss Betty McDonald, you have won yourself a very nice watch. In order Miss Betty McDonald, she's not here tonight, you can tell her she can pick the watch up.
Okay, thank you. Bell County North Central score, that should be on there somewhere. Okay. One more period of play left to go here at Campbell Field between Corbin and Madison Southern. Some fresh scores in. Danville leads Boyle County 14-0 in the third quarter of their game. Williamsburg 48, McQuarrie Central nothing right now. Miss Betty McDonald. Red Hound football. Pitch out goes to Scott Hart. No gain on the play as he heads around the left side.
A lot of people might have thought that Betty McDonald might have carried that ball, but no. She has won herself a watch, Dave,
Is that right?
in the raffle that was sponsored by the middle school football team. And their trip and the value of this watch is $275, donated by Creative Touch Jewelers, Craig and Teresa Jasper, and we sure appreciate that. And Craig and Teresa and Betty McDonald has won the watch.
Steely with Bargo, Wyatt and Hart behind him in the power eye. The ball's loose on the snap. Scott Hart able to fall on that, but that'll leave Corbin now third down and a bit more than 10 for first down yardage here. Well, the winner, I don't know. Just got a score in here. Danville and Boyle County are playing tonight, and Danville leads 14-0 in the third quarter. So getting to play Boyle might not be such a big thrill for either Corbin or Madison Southern. I saw where they're first in the state in rushing defense, Boyle County. So you have a pretty good football team this year. As Crowley goes wide to the right, the far side of the field on this third down play. 3rd and 10 for Corbin. Pat McCowan in now at quarterback. He'll keep it around to the right side, trying to squirt out there and does to the 30. Not going to get enough for the first down yardage up at the 32. Needs to get by the 34. That'll bring up now 4th down as Pat stopped just shy of that first down marker.
Well, what do you do here with the lead? Do you punt it or do you go?
Well, you got to punt. Well, I would punt. You don't have to do anything, but I would punt.
I'm not going to say that I see what we do. And then I'll tell you what I would have done. Score at halftime down here in the end zone, 7-7. Been a brutal game tonight. I've seen some big licks down here in the end zone.
Yeah, they need a scoreboard, you know what?
They really do. That'd be cute if we put them one up.
Then somebody'd have to run it. Then you might wind up with referees and everything. So that
was
just
fun,
probably
wasn't
ruin it. You know, yeah.
Next thing you know, you got a coach.
Yeah. Yeah, if you had a coach down there, then you do mess it up. Then. I think we just had all sides down there.
Uh-oh, we're going to go.
We're talking about the end zone game. Corbin looking as if they will go for it. It's 4th and short, 4th and about a half yard for the first down. Pat McCowan once again in at quarterback. Danny Steely is out. Coach Adams mentioned that cold weather bothered Danny a bit more than the warmer weather, and now we got offsides. I guess,
I believe we're offsides.
yeah, I think somebody raised up for Corbin. People flying everywhere. Ball came loose.
Whoa, we turned it over.
I don't guess I didn't. The ball was fumbled. It looked like Corbin was off, was in motion early there, but it's going to be a fumble against the Redhounds, and Madison Southern has it. Well, they got the football here on the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 32. Corbin has been able to hold him defensively so far here. Pitch out goes to McCreath, trying to get around the right side. Got some room, and then closed off by Chris Hammock with a nice ankle tackle at the 30-yard line.
Chris had a good game tonight in on our tackles and also punted the ball extremely well. Chris punts the ball very, very well.
He has read that play there very well all night, too. He's tackled McCreath several times.
Greg White also over there.
Gain of about 3 yards on the play. That brings up now 2nd down for Madison Southern. And 7 yards from the 29-yard line.
Corbin been very, very stingy on the corners tonight.
Eads moves underneath center. The quarterback for Madison Southern, only a sophomore. McCreath in motion. The pitch out fake to him. And then it goes to number 33. That is Pennington for a couple of yards. That'll bring up 3rd down. And 5 now for Madison Southern. Time they faked it wide to McCreath and gave it right up the middle to Pennington.
Greg White, one of the tacklers. Also, J.D. Myers in on the stop, I believe. J.D. in there, it's unfair. He doesn't get to make a lot of tackles, but he gets doubled and triple teamed all night long. He's so quick and so strong, and it's really unfair.
This time Eads will roll to the left, pitch back intended to Marbley. He's got it. He's going to lose yardage. Well, number 57, Stevens on the stop again for Corbin. Back at around the 35-yard line. That's a big loss on that play of about 7 or 8 yards.
I'll guarantee you David Stevens leads us in behind the line stops. He does a tremendous job.
Once again, there's a quarterback keeper on the, he's going to pitch it. And like you said, Burley just actually keeps the ball a little bit too long. They've run that play 2 or 3 times. And Eads is not pitching at the right time. 4th down and 12 now for Madison Southern. Eads underneath center. He's looking to throw. He looks. He's got pressure. He lets it go. It's going to be knocked down at the 10-yard line.
Good defense that time by, looks like Dennis Jones and also Chris Hammock over there.
Corbin had a lot of pressure that time on him. Eads lets it go, and Corbin will take over on downs with 7:39 to go here in the football game.
You know what time it is now, don't you? Clock time. Time to pick up about 4 first downs.
Corbin takes it at the 34-yard line after Madison Southern unable to convert on the 4th down play. The Redhounds coming in with Trey White, said to be about 80% for the game. Scott Hart and Matt Bargo. Hand off to Bargo, and boy, I'm telling you, he's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe lost about a yard on that play.
Got whipped up front then.
Number 55 on the tackle that time for Madison Southern.
Matt limping now.
Yeah, you know, Matt has been going in and out of the game. And this time he limps off the field.
Timeout.
We do have a timeout, so let's take a break. 7:11 left to go here in the football game. It's 7-0, Corbin on top of Madison Southern. This Redhound football on your sports leader, WCTT. 7:11 to go, 3rd period of play. Corbin facing now 2nd down and 11 after Matthew Bargo lost about a yard on that carry and then went off limping. Of course, he hurt an ankle really bad in the Cumberland game. Did not play against Wayne County. And was not nearly 100% for Rockcastle County or Middlesboro. Looked pretty good against Somerset last Friday night, but he just went off the field limping here. Philip Russell is down there. We'll have a report for you in just a moment. As McCowan bootlegs it to the left side, to the 35, on up to about the 39-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 4 for Corbin.
Took a good block that time by C.J. Taylor. He was able to pick up 4, 5, 6 yards.
Also in on the top, number 41, Jared Norman.
Hall of Fame night here, Dave. Bill Cummins, Steve Jewell, Martin Earl Pennington, Silas Pruitt, Eamon Root, Bill Granny Hood, and the 1949 football team, all inducted here tonight.
It was quite a halftime. As McCowan takes the snap, he'll roll to the right side this time. Madison Southern is there, and he loses 2 yards on the play. McCreek coming up from his defensive end position to bring him down.
Madison Southern had everybody coming except me and you.
Yes,
or you and I. And
that leaves Corbin with
and
fourth
Big
down
Joe on the creek. Chris needs to get a good one off here. It's a matter of field position now. Defense, I'm telling you, I'm really impressed with our defense tonight.
Our defense, like you say, has played well just about every game. As Hammock had a lot of pressure, gets a nice kick away, though. Takes a good Corbin bounce down to the 25, still going down to the 20, and right on down to the 19-yard line. So Chris Hammock gets a good foot into that. So with 5:46 to go, Madison Southern will start inside their own 20. Let's go down to Philip Russell now.
The injury report on Matt Vargo is he's hyperextended his big toe. That's what's happened. It's not the ankle. He's hyperextended his big toe, and that's a very painful injury. Burley can tell you that one.
Burley, you the hyperextended big toe expert, Philip says. Tell us about it.
I did that in the World Series back in '75. Oh, it's after World Series. I'm sorry.
Say it does smart just a bit, huh? Madison Southern handing off to Pennington. Not much there for Pennington, maybe a couple of yards. Neither team offensively able to move the other one around much. These are two good-sized football teams and two evenly matched football teams. .5:20 to go in the game. Madison Southern with 2nd down and 8. He's with his man Bailey in motion, rolls to the right to throw. Over the middle, it's going to be caught. Taken by McCreef, and he sprints his way through a couple of tacklers and goes down at the 37-yard line. That's a Madison Southern 1st down.
Making the tackle, number 11, Chris Hammock, and number 19, Jeremy Moran.
So Tony McCreef, 5'8", 150-pound sophomore, on the reception and the 1st down as Madison Southern tries to move it up the field. Clock counting against them down to 5 minutes now.
Hammock and Moran on that tackle. Chris Hammock, Jeremy Moran.
Eads gives it off to Bailey. He reverses it back around to McCreef. He's got room to the 45. The ball is loose. It is Corbin's football. Redhound recovery. Dennis Jones gets it at the 45-yard line. Boy, it looked like McCreef on that reverse was going to have lots of room, but Corbin finally smelled it out and knocked it loose.
We dodged a bullet there as Dennis Jones able to jump on a fumble. I told that thing would stay in bounds. It looked like it was going to come on out. And Dennis hustling over jumped on that football. Really changed the complexion of this game now.
And now we got a flag on the play. That'll be against Madison Southern. That hurts the Eagles. Move the football from the 45 down to the 30. So Corbin, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. With 4:43 to go in this football game, the Hounds clinging to a 7-0 lead. Danny Steely back in at quarterback. Trey White staying in at fullback. Pat McCowan and Studhart are the halfbacks. The Hounds line it up in the wishbone as Steele gives it to Hart, or rather McCowan. McCowan down to the 25, down to the 20. He's going to go as he shakes away at the 20-yard line. Touchdown, Pat McCowan and the Corbin Red Hounds.
That's just off the left side behind Andy Robertson and Joey Petrie. Pat that time broke a tackle and really did a good job. And we get a flag now for celebrating. Doggone it. Doggone it.
30-yard touchdown run, though, by Pat McCowan, and the Hounds go on top by a score of 13-0. Let's go down to Philip Russell.
Pretty sure.
Just a beautiful run that time by Patrick McCowan, and there was a hole big enough that all of us could run through that time, and he wasn't going to go down that time. It looked like he had him almost about 5 yards in carrying the football, and then he just pulled away, but opened it up. A good run that time by Patrick McCowan. With 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go here in the ballgame, the Red Hounds are on top 13-0 over the Madison Southern Eagles.
What was the penalty, Phil?
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Red Hounds for celebrating.
Doggone it.
Yeah, that's what it was. Kind of a cheap call.
Well, it moves it back to the 18. This will be a 35-yard
extra point. Yep, that's what it's going to be. Sammy Yost has the football. Patrick McCown will be the holder. Gus Hauser eyes the football, puts it up, he splits the upright. Right straight down the middle with 4:30 to go in the ballgame. The Corbin Red Hounds are taking a 14-0 lead over the Madison Southern Eagles. You listen to Red Hound football on WCC 107.
Minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the football game. Gus Hauser, a 35-yard extra point after a penalty. Boy, that's a long ways for 1 point, isn't it, brother?
It sure is.
Gus puts it through there, and the Hounds go on top 14-0.
Dave, we've got 14 points on the board, but I'll tell you this, the defense have won this football game if we win the football game. Our defense has played tremendous.
Been a stingy defense at times. Gave up the 47 points to Danville. Gave 36 to Middlesboro. But they got those real quick as the kickoff is not good. Madison Southern has it at the 42-yard line as that one just went skimming down the field.
I think Gus just missed that one.
So Madison Southern here with 4.5 to go has good field position, 1st and 10 at the 42, but they need to get one in here quick and then try some kind of an onside kick or something. Eads moves underneath his center and is dropping back to throw. He's putting it out in the flat. McCreef has it. He's at the 45-40. He might go right in here. 25. Touchdown for McCreef. And the Eagles of Madison Southern. That time Moran had a last gasp at him but couldn't get him.
You talking about getting right back in it. They are back in it.
Wow. That was quick. So Tony McCreef on the touchdown. That'll go 58 yards on the completion from Eads.
These are hand teams on the kickoff, guys.
And here comes Pennington on for the point after. There's the kick. Looks good. Boy, got a nice foot into that.
That's in my truck.
So Pennington booms it through the uprights over the fence, and it's a 14-7 football game with 4:07 to go. We'll be right back. Madison Southern will kick away to Corbin. This is Red Hound Football, your sports leader, WCTT.
Number 33, Scotty Pennington. South Beach will receive the kick.
Madison Southern ready to kick it away. Back to receive for Corbin.
Number 33, Tim Massengill.
Tim Massengill and Aaron Hoskins. We're sure, though, that the Eagles, well, maybe not, since they scored so quickly there, they might not try an onside kick. We'll see. Kick from the 40. The ball must go at least 10 yards. Pennington will do the kicking. Corbin is ready for an onside kick. And there it is. It is onside, taken though by Trey Wyatt at the 35, and he just falls down at the 37-yard line. Nice job of filling that one by Trey. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 37 for the Hounds. Clock at 4:03.
Well, need to run the clock here again.
Trey Wyatt stays in to play fullback, McCowan and Hart, the Corbin halfbacks. Steely gives it off to Hart around the left side to the 40, up to about the 43-yard line, and he was hit hard as he came screaming through there. It's been a hard-hitting football game. Nice gain, though, by Scott of about 6 yards.
Let me tell you something. Number 63 from Madison Southern.
He hits hard.
He sure does. He's a good football player. He's a mirror of our Shane Creekmore. He's a dandy.
Jason Eastep, his name. Redhounds, 2nd down and 4. The ball on the 43-yard line. Steely underneath his center, C.J. Taylor. Southern shows blitz. Handoff goes to McCowan. No gain on the play.
On the carry, number 5, Pat McCowan.
So it brings up 3rd down now for Corbin.
55, Toby Cole, making the tackle.
Actually lost some on that play. Timeout called for by Madison Southern to stop the clock here and set something up defensively, too. We'll be right back. This is Redhound Football on your sports leader, WCTT.
Ball folks, and then we can make as much noise as they are.
Ball on the 42-yard line. The Redhounds 3rd down and 6 from the 42. Matt Bargo has checked back in. Steely, the quarterback, gives it to Bargo, and he has very little room, but does move it to the 45. That'll bring up a 4th down, and Corbin will have to punt.
Madison Southern's going to get an opportunity.
Yes, they are. Like you say, another instance where you'd like to see Chris get a good one off.
Take your time getting this punt off, guys. Let the clock run.
Clock is running down to 2 minutes and 25 seconds now. Madison Southern will have a shot, but it will be hurry-up time for the Eagles. Back to receive the punt is McCree. Hammett takes the long snap. Oh, almost blocked. Gets rid of it, though. It is taken by McCree. He lost the ball. Corbin will get it. Corbin has recovered. 2nd time in the game that McCree has done that.
Oh, my God. When he broke on that football right there, Steve, I really felt like he would fumble it because gosh, you hate to see the kid suffer like that, but doggone, that just wasn't intelligent. Big break for the Redhounds here. We should win this football game now. We ought to be able to eat this clock up.
Clock is down to 2:01. Corbin and counting. Corbin with the football on the 28-yard line. The Madison Southern 28 after McCree mishandles his 2nd punt of the game. Like Burley said, he didn't really have much chance of fielding that football. Those punts, the wind over end and sideways, and everywhere in the world. Pat McCown on the carry down to the 21.
Madison Southern calls for another timeout.
And Madison Southern using another timeout. So let's take another break. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound football. It's 14-7. Corbin on top of Madison Southern. You're listening to WCTT. Only a minute 32 left. Madison Southern calling for the timeout as Corbin tries to end the regular season with a victory. A victory that would put him at 6-4 on the regular season and also third place in the district. As McCowan takes the snap in there, quarterback gives it off to Trey Wyatt. Trey hitting around the left side for what appears to be a Red Hound first down at around the 16-yard line.
Ball security now as Madison Central can't stop the clock anymore, I don't think. We ought to win this one.
Stay with us after the game. We'll have a look at the Red Hound stats for you, plus also, as usual, talk with Corbin assistant coach Willard Ferris.
I'll be heading out of here to the post-game ceremonies.
Post-game ceremonies. Hall of Fame, Corbin goes down to about the 15-yard line. Yeah, there's lots of things that go on during Hall of Fame weekend besides everyone being recognized here at the football game. Tell us about some of the stuff that these...
Well, tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, sharp, in the Frost, there'll be a golf tournament, a Hall of Fame golf tournament, which I'm really looking forward to.
It'll be nip in the morning at 8 o'clock.
And then tonight they have cake and coffee for a lot of the people that want to come by the rec center and have coffee and cake. And then tomorrow night they have a banquet where they induct all the folks and ask everybody to try to attend that. It's a very very good thing and a lot of fun. And then they have a dance following that at the Tri-County Country Club. So a lot of things still to go here this weekend.
Well, Madison Southern had one final timeout they've used up there. That'll stop the clock with 53 seconds. Corbin on top 14-7, and with the football looking at a 2nd down and 8. Barring anything strange, Corbin will get the victory here. They're 6th of the year against 4 losses. McCowan on the QB sneak play that time, gets about a yard before he is tackled.
On the tackle, number 63, Jason Easted. We had a timeout on the field for an injured player. Injured on the play for the Red Hound. Number 78, Nolan Devon.
Well, Nolan Devon shaking up on the play, and that'll stop the clock at 42 seconds. To Corbin, something you didn't want to see happen there as Nolan comes off the field. Coach Adams really worried about Nolan Devon and the fact that he was injured some coming into this game and didn't want to see him hurt himself any worse playing out here. He really feels that Nolan means a whole heck of a lot to this football team.
Well, we're so thin with numbers, you know. Anytime we get a player hurt, it's very, very important because we don't have the numbers that we once had.
Yeah, they timeout on the field.
Well, how's their timeout now? Of delay game.
Clock is down to 15 seconds. Corbin will take a 5-yard delay of game penalty. One more play, and this one will be over. Corbin has 2 touchdowns from Pat McCowan, one a 4-yard run and one a 30-yard run. Gus Hauser good on both the extra points. One of those a 35-yarder after Corbin got flagged for celebrating in the end zone after Pat's 30-yard touchdown run. McCowan underneath just falls on it after he gets the snap. Was going to fall on it, but then decided he might ought to get out of there. And that's going to do it. Corbin wins it by a score of 14-7 here over the Eagles of Madison Southern. Stay tuned. Coming up after this break, we'll have a look at the stats for you Plus, also, we have more scores from around Southeast Kentucky to update you on. We'll talk with Corbin assistant coach Willard Ferris. Well, the Hounds finished third in the district, 6-4 in the regular season. We'll be right back. This is Red Hound Football and your sports leader, WCTT. Yeah, CBC to CBC. CBC in 3, 2, and 1. Well, Hall of Fame weekend, senior night here at Corbin High School, final regular season game for the Hounds here at Campbell Field. Final football game this year at Campbell Field, as a matter of fact, because Corbin will have to hit the road for the playoffs. They will finish third in the district after a 14-7 victory over Madison Southern. And like you pointed out throughout the football game, Burley, a game here that the defense deserves a lot of credit for the win.
No doubt about it. We put 14 points on the board, but our defense is the people that were the most valuable player in this game. Pat had a couple big runs and a couple big plays for us, but without question, our defense was once again superb. And we played really, really good defense. And even in the Middlesboro game, until the last few minutes, we played good defense. But this one's behind us. It's on to, I think, Boyle County next week. You had a score on them in the third quarter, 14-0 against Danville. Danville was ahead. So without question, Boyle County's a good team.
Well, like I say, I saw this morning in the paper where they're first in the state in rushing defense, Boyle County. And anyone that can play, which Danville may be up 50-0 by now, we'll try to get a new score, but anyone that can go 3 quarters and only be behind Danville 14-0 obviously has a pretty good football team. I want to say thanks to Burley Foley for everything he's done here on this Hall of Fame night and senior night at Corbin High. And we'll be seeing Burley playoff time next Friday night. Thank you for tuning in Red Hound Football. This is Dave King for CBC TV.
Yeah, that's a danger. I thought we had to put away there, and then they got put up. Sweet steak and ice cream. Sweet steak and ice cream. Coffee after lunch. 2 coffee, my please? Yeah, she left after. What lady got told? I knew from the kids right in.